and they stay down. Win, win. Great Monday morning. Coming to you live, Country Boys in Crypto. Coming at you from Tennessee and Palatka, Florida. Had a great weekend in the space. So excited about the earnings, and obviously coming out the gate this morning, we got some crypto that's on sale. So if you're a hodler, it's time for you to go to the sale because we don't think it's going to stay there for long, and we have information and articles that we'll share with you and tell you why we don't think it will be that way for long. But check us out at www.southeaststaking.io. We are a full Cardano ADA staking pool, so come stake with us, SES. So how's it going this morning, Willie?
Oh man, fired up, excited about the opportunity this morning. Man, we're getting crunked, like you said, man. Though it's a sale going on this morning. Bitcoin's taking another correction, which is a good thing. You always want to see them corrections. That's how the people make money in the space. But we'll see what's going on and give some predictions on what we think's happening and what is about to come. Also, Cardano, man, there's a new price prediction out there. We'll see what they're calling for now.
Oh yeah. So looking like what we're down about $5,000 in Bitcoin right now from previous prices. Well, actually, this weekend it rolled up pretty good. So, like I said, corrections are healthy, and what we got coming up next, what we're hearing and reading up on, could be huge for a lot of people, especially if they take advantage of this sale that's going on right now and get in now. So
now, what we need you guys to do is hit the thumbs up button, hit subscribe, hit the bell button, then share. Thumbs up, subscribe, share. Help us spread the word about what Country Boys in Crypto is doing, but also about the news going around in the crypto space. Let's see. Let's start this thing off with our coin market cap, but we're going to start off. Why don't you go ahead and read them their rights?
All right, guys. We're going to start out by reading your rights here. We are not financial advisors. Everything that we discuss is truly speculation and opinion from the articles that we gather and read. 2, never invest more than you can afford to lose. 3, get a return on your money as fast as possible. And 4, and most importantly, education is the key. Educate yourself in the crypto space, because this space will get some people wrecked, as Ivan says. So go ahead and hop into that market cap.
Oh, man, we're looking at a Monday morning. It's red, baby. A Monday morning healthy correction. Bitcoin market cap this morning sitting at 1,600. 1,600.
1 trillion.
$630 billion. Bitcoin's dominance going up a little bit, 60%. Look at the gas fees. They're still high. 260. That's high. Oh, man. That's the gas fees for Ethereum. All right. Bitcoin sitting at 50,941 from its weekend high Friday, where it shot up to 57.58. So we're seeing, guys, we're seeing a healthy correction, down 11.2% in the last 24 hours. While we kind of maybe knew this was coming on Saturday, we're going to talk about it. Ethereum, 1,607, down 12.4% in the last 24 hours. Binance Coin, 226, down 24% in the last hour. Man, it's taking a really good big dump. Polkadot, $33, down 14%. Cardano, 90 cents, down 18%. And Cardano's taking a beating. Litecoin, 192, 13.1%. Chainlink, 28, 14%. So you're seeing a lot of double-digit reds. But let's see what amongst the chaos, what's doing good. You got some DeFi coins in here doing good. Crypto.com, Halo, Midex, Phantom, IOS, Tierra, doing double-digit percentages. But you're going to see, I mean, the last hour is still there. Let's see what's doing the works. Pancake Swap, part of that Binance chain. Now, it's ironic that Pancake Swap and Binance chain is taking some major dumps, and both of those on the same. And the same, Ravencoin down 22.5, Ren down 24. So what we're seeing here, guys, is a healthy correction for Bitcoin, but we think that we may know why. And so let's jump into our first article. And guys, if you think you know why, please leave us a message in the box, and we'll gladly share or ask or be able to answer any questions that you may have, because we like and love interacting with you.
And matter of fact, we got to go over one that one of the viewers had sent in about that. That was going to be the saturation of the pools, ADA pools. So remember that. So when we get to that,
MicroStrategy raises $1.3 billion to buy $2,000 worth of Bitcoin per second. Interesting. Now, Country Boys in Crypto, we're not very charty guys. We're not technical guys. We bring crypto to the ordinary person, the average person, on what we think's happening in space, what we think's going on. Also, just reading the articles and giving our opinion about them, and that is strictly our opinion. So we're excited about this space, and that's what leads us to talk about what goes on in this space. All right, let's jump. Let's jump. MicroStrategy completed its debt offering this Friday, with the company stating that the net proceeds from the sale of the notes will be approximately $1 billion. That's considerably more than the 600 initial suggestion, with the raise including a $150 million option. Whoa! Why do you think that they was able to go from 600 million that they wanted to 1 billion?
Oh man, there's other people wanting in on it. You got other investments, other people they represent saying, hey, we want a piece of the pie. We want a piece of the pie. We definitely want to be a part of that. And let's take advantage of it while we can get this now, because obviously if they get into, they got more buying power with this. I mean, because it's $120,000 an hour is what that's calculating to, which is equaling 2,880,000 per day worth of Bitcoin. So obviously the price is going to run. It's going to take a run. I mean, you possibly will have some people sell for profit, but not the big hodlers. In my opinion on that, these other guys realize that, that the price is going to run, but they get in on this in the process of it. They're going to benefit, with dollar cost average from starting out. Because obviously if it's increasing over a 10-day strategy, it's 10-day period.
Wait, no, I'm just talking about why you thought that it was able to buy 600 million. They wanted 600 million. Why it went to 1 billion? Basically, it's just about more people are interested, like you said.
Yeah, you got more people interested in it. I mean, I think that's what you're looking at on that. You got a lot of people come to the table.
All right, now check this out, guys. This is the key right here. This is what's gonna happen. The proceeds will be used to buy Bitcoin at the rate of about $2,000 per second, according to a statement by MicroStrategy detailing the process of previously buying Bitcoin. Oh man, this is gonna be crazy. So the so-called sailor bot may take about 10 days to complete the purchase as per previous timelines. That should bring considerable buying pressure, with Bitcoin raising to 57,500 today, in part presumably due to Sailor's bot, which now is probably in action. Oh.
Yeah.
Did we hear about it afterwards?
Yeah, that was Saturday. So, but obviously right now we're seeing a healthy correction. We don't know if it's in action or not, but like we said, we think we know it should be possibly coming online probably sometime this week.
Well, let's see. Well, let's see. So if they're coming in, they want $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. They're going to take the cheapest price possible. So we could mess around and see a healthy correction and then come in. Or is he already saying that? See that question mark? Or if they was that they were buying Bitcoin, the reason that it went up to 57. See, that should bring considerable buy pressure with Bitcoin rising to 57,000 today, in part presumably due to Sailor Bot, which now is probably in action.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
Interesting. Let's see. Previously, they used Coinbase Pro to buy Bitcoin, with the company expected to do so again. As there are on exchange purchases, they may add significant price setting demand for the next few days, something that may increase Bitcoin's price considerably as new money enters the market. So there's two ways to look at this, guys. There's two ways to look at it. They were either buying Bitcoin on its way up to 57,000, but when we were getting news after the fact, say the news was a week behind, and they were making sure that you heard about it after the fact. After the fact, meaning they did their debt offering over a week ago, but it says they did it Friday. And then see that MicroStrategy completed its debt offering this Friday. And this article is from Friday, February 20th, Saturday. At 1:40 p.m. So that's one way to look at it, guys. The second way to look at it is we're getting a nice correction right now because they want that. That's what they want to happen. And then they're going to turn on this bot. And when they turn on this bot, we could see Bitcoin go from a $50,000 or $57,000, $50,000 to $75,000, $80,000 with that buying pressure in the next 10 days. In the next 10 days.
Oh yeah, and that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge right there. I mean, for those people that, obviously getting in the space of those ones that are currently here that's already holding, look at what that can do. Look at what that can do to your portfolio. I mean, look at what $1,000, adding $1,000 to your portfolio right now at this time when we're having a sale. What would that work out to be possibly? Or 2,000? I mean, I think we've done some numbers on that. But we done numbers on the current price that it was already at 57.
Yeah, we did the numbers at 57,000.
Yeah, so
you had 57,000 in there, and you spent $1,000 on $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, and it went up to 70,000 or 75,000. That's 380 points. Move. That's about $3,000, a little over $3,000 that you will have in profit. Well, so that's huge. That's a big difference in a matter of 10 days. So we're going to be watching this closely, guys, and you can tell us what you think, but we could be seeing a push to $75,000, $70,000 over this week, if that bot is turned on. Now they're saying that they completed it Friday, but in one part of the article, he's talking about the one article. Let me see. That should be considerable buying pressure with Bitcoin rising to 57,000 today, in part presumably due to Sailor Bot, which is now probably in action. So he's raising the probability that they're doing it right now. But if they're doing it right now, because he wrote the article. I mean, the article was Saturday, and he's thinking that they could potentially have moved it in, turned it on immediately on Saturday. But when did Bitcoin start running up? Bitcoin started running up before.
Yeah, it was Bitcoin was running up probably around about Wednesday. I think it was Tuesday and Wednesday started going up, taking a run.
Okay, let me look. I want to look. Oh, shoot, I'm trying to come on, wait my page and stay with me, guys. I'm gonna look at the 7-day chart here real fast. All right, so you start to see in 56, 55. So it started running up Thursday. It started going up Thursday. It hit 50, okay. So now you're seeing some healthy corrections. I mean, it dropped from 55 straight down to 50. So we'll see what the bottom is. And for all you hodlers out there, this is going to be a great time. If that's the case, if we're correct on what we think is happening, Michael Saylor, 1.3 billion dollars. They're going to buy Bitcoin. They're going to buy $2,000 worth of Bitcoin every second with this buy, according to this article, which means that along with buying pressure and retail buying pressure, this could push this up crazier than we ever experienced. Crazier than we ever experienced. And I think what people don't realize, the institutions are coming in. It takes time too for institutions to be able to make a decision that they want to buy Bitcoin, then get approval from the SEC, especially if you're a public company. You got to get permission from the SEC, then get a board approval, all these kind of things to take those steps to be able to buy Bitcoin.
Yeah,
and I'm sure all of them want to come in as cheap as they can.
Yeah, but you got to go through a lot of red tape, like you said. I mean, you start having meetings about this, and then you got to really, once you get that approved, like you said, you got to go back to the board, from the board to the SEC, file paperwork, and nothing happens fast on government time. So, and then once that gets approved, you're going back to the board again and say, hey, we got approved, make sure this is good before we do this. So it's a lot of steps, but definitely.
So, guys, you tell us what you think. Give us your opinion. We're going to continue to watch this and see what happens and what is going on, and we should find out over the next day. We'll see what the bottom of this correction is. I don't believe that this is the end of the bull run, as in there's several indicators out there, trends indicators out there that tell us differently, that it's not the end. This is a healthy correction. It's a part of the crypto space. Things can't go straight up, guys. If it went straight up, I mean, it's not going to go straight up to 100,000. It's going to be pits. There's going to be ups and downs in the flow. And so you got to understand that. You got to understand how to take profits, but understand how to grab when you got some sales like this going on. You might want, that's when you buy. That's when you buy, if you ask me. All right, let's go into our next article. Crypto strategist Michael Van Pop reveals massive price target for Cardano. Crypto strategist and influential trader Michael Van Pop is long-term bullish on Cardano 88 as he reveals his massive price target for the smart contract platform. In the new video, Pop tells 31,000 subscribers that the 2017 crypto bull market will be pale in comparison to the current bull cycle.
That's a strong statement right there, and we're seeing that. We're seeing that right now, and it's exciting to know. I mean, obviously, that you got a strategist that knows about the space, is not somebody from celebrity land, and making a statement that we're seeing it's already happening. So it will be pale. And we're excited. We see it. We see the difference of what's going on right now. We've been talking about it every day, all day with people. You don't have institution in it past one. So let it keep rolling, man.
All right. Given that we are inside a very strong fundamental period for cryptocurrencies in general, overall, this bull phase that we had in 2017 is going to be minimal to the one in the cycle that we have right now. The crypto strategist looks at the total value of the dot-com bubble in the late 1990s to early 2000s and uses it to predict the future valuation of the entire crypto market, including Bitcoin and Cardano. The current evaluation of the entire market cap is $2 trillion, while the dot-com bubble, which was the internet, which is probably less valuable than the entire blockchain, can create the reshaping of the financial system. 10 to 12 trillion is still 6 times from here. So if you anticipate such a 6-time minimum on the market, Bitcoin could run to 400,000, almost 330,000, if And if you derive that price analysis of Cardano, a 6-time Cardano from here would put Cardano at $7 already. Wow.
Yeah, that is right there. And, you know, one thing you said right there that I was catching back up on, rereading that, while the .com bubble, which was internet, which is probably less valuable than the entire blockchain.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
Man, you know, we already said, we see the predictions on Cardano. We're talking about it, and we have been more on the conservative side of things. You know, when we're talking to people, we're a little bit more conservative, I would say, than others. But you know, I do see it pacing to be where it is. I mean, if I found one article of the day that Cardano was not going to make $1 this year, right out, it wouldn't at this point in time. Right now, it would not be $1. So it's ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, because we're only in February, so it wasn't supposed to be the latter this year. So we can obviously, we're seeing a trend, obviously trend a different way. But man, that is exciting for those in the Cardano space, and 88 for those that are hodling, and for the rest of those that are in investment or in the staking pools.
And I said this. I said we could get a 3,000 or 5,000. I'm sorry, $3 or $5 Cardano. That was my prediction, and it was more on the conservative end, $3 to $5. Now this is about, there's several people now that keep saying $7. Now 400,000 Bitcoin, 300,000, 330. I don't know, but he's not the only one that said that.
No.
And based upon his numbers, but even if he saves 50% off, that's a $200,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You know, like we said, look at the worst case scenario. What if they're 25? You know, if they're 75% off? You know, that's 100,000. You know,
Yeah.
so. And these numbers just didn't come out over day for those that are just now listening, those that are just now getting into the crypto space, because obviously you see it here and see and read about what Bitcoin's doing. The number of 400,000 and 350,000 was discussed last year. We were talking about these numbers in March of predictions that people had last year, and it was coming off of some with the information. I don't know the Zach person. I would have to go back and look at our previous episodes from then, but these are not new numbers that are just coming out today. So this was actually a year ago, if you remember, Willie. I don't know who all was saying it last February, March. That number was coming out heavily. So when we had some pretty big people talking about it. Tim Draper, exactly. That's where it was at.
Yeah. So, therefore, a projection of Cardano going towards $10 is not that weird to calculate from here, especially given the fact, and I've been saying this for the past multiple weeks, the past week multiple times. How in the world did I tangle that up? I switched the words. Do you see that? Past week multiple times. I'm getting slow reading on this Monday morning. I got to get waking up on, especially given the fact that Cardano and mostly all the Bitcoin pairs are just barely waking up. So there's still so much more to gain for the Bitcoin pairs.
Yeah,
go ahead.
That's true. I mean, that's true. I mean, go ahead, finish. I mean, that's true right there. We're talking about how much all ships must rise with the rising tide, with the water. You know, so.
And jump in here, guys. If you tell us what you think. Therefore, Van Pope highlights that any correction in both USD and BTC pairs of Cardano is a massive opportunity, and it allows traders to get solid entry points in preparation for the biggest bull market in the history of cryptocurrency, which he refers to as the super cycle. Now, that is not the first time I've heard somebody say super cycle. And what does that mean by what they mean by super cycle? At some point in this Bitcoin thing and the cryptocurrency, just like in the .com bubble, there's going to come a point, you call it .com bubble, but when the so-called bubble burst, there were other companies like Apple, Google, and other ones that came out of that were created in that same bubble, if you will, that became very successful. Now, we may call a bubble meaning inflation of what the value really is in the space, and then what the amount of what it could do for potential investors in the space. Because I remember everybody wanted to create their own .com. And that's why they called it .com bubble. Everybody was jumping in there creating. You got that in the Bitcoin space. There's over 6,000 coins. Everybody wants to create a coin for this, a coin for that, this and that. But there will be some in the next year, which is the super cycle, in the next 2 years, that they're gonna have to prove things that it's gonna be, they're gonna be the next Apple, next Google, next Tesla, next whatever. And what he means by super cycle, meaning that this cycle, typically the last couple of cycles went a certain amount of days. Here's saying if this is a super cycle, then we could see this go well into 2022, which we said that we said on here on Country Boys and Crypto, we felt like the bull run's going to end around September. And there's a bunch of things that I used to calculate that. But if that's the case, if we're in a super cycle, we could see this into March of 2022.
Yeah, that'd be huge. That will be definitely huge. But obviously, you got to be on your P's and Q's, man. You're going to have to be on your game. But how great would that be? So we talk about some of those companies in the .com bubble that came out and still kept rolling and created, I guess you say, spinoffs or whatever. In your opinion, what companies do you see there's coming into the crypto space right now that could possibly be that company or be one of those companies? Are we talking about somebody like Celsius?
I think what I'm excited about, obviously, number one is Cardano. Number two, VeChain. I think VeChain is one of those companies with real things that's solving real problems. A third one that's not on people's radar is BMI. Bridge what I want to do in the insurance space is going to be huge, especially when you got these smart contracts. This is going to be huge, but these are people that solving real world problems. And Cardano, which we call blockchain, third generation blockchain, if they help building the money of the internet of money, where everybody's going to be able to come and work. I mean, think about it. What does Google really do? It provides a system where people can apply applications or build on top of, right? What does Amazon really do? Provide a space where builders and sellers and stuff that can go make money, right? So when you create a space for people to be able to create on, or you create a canvas where they can build on, the sky's the limit. And that's what it's been showing. The real ain't what you create that doesn't serve other people. If what you creating doesn't really serve the masses, meaning only a select few, then it means you have a shelf life.
Yeah, and that's understand that. So I was just sitting there trying to look up that article or look up what my
the crazy part, what we got going on today, guys, and you guys let us know. Pay attention to the chart. Will they turn on a bot today, or did the bot already turn on? We're going to find out here in the next day, because if you start seeing the price run back up, you know that somebody's buying $2,000 worth of Bitcoin every second. And guess who it is? MicroStrategy. New Cardano price this year, $7. They're saying $7 for Cardano. Michael Van Pope. So, guys, that's our news for today in the crypto space. We enjoyed having you guys.
Before we go, we got to go into answer one of the viewers' questions. Talk about the saturation of the pools. That was one of the
saturation of the pools.
Yes, yeah, so the pool talking about pool saturations, how it affects the Cardano market as far as letting people know if pools are saturated, how to get what they should do and go to other pools.
Okay. So it's pretty simple. When a pool reaches a certain amount of delegators and a value in their value amount, it is then reaching that saturation point or going beyond that saturation point. Now, what happens when a pool gets oversaturated? Their rewards, or block rewards, go lower. So what does this do? Because Cardano wants to reach consensus. Cardano doesn't want an environment where the miners are, the stake pool operators could get together or create some kind of conglomerate. So what it does is it allows and forces new pools, new operators, more people help running and build out the Cardano blockchain. So then when stake pool operators start seeing that their pool is reaching that saturation point, they should encourage their delegators to find other pools, because your rate or your percentage of Bitcoin, I mean, oh man, Cardano you're going to be receiving is going to greatly decrease. Southeast staking is not saturated. We're looking for more delegators. Come on over. Help us build it up to start receiving epochs. Did I answer the question?
Yeah, as far as I could not locate it, and it was one that we had the other day that popped up, so I was trying to find it and locate it.
Yeah.
That's what it was hitting on, was the saturation of pools.
So that's what happens when you hit that saturation point, is that the pool will all of a sudden start seeing a decrease in rewards. So that's why you really don't want to sit there, because it can even go to zero. So that's why you don't want to sit there in an oversaturated pool. You want to get on pool, get in there, get in your wallet, and delegate to a different pool.
All right, yeah, and how you guys can go about that doing is go through Yori. We can help you guys do that on a Zoom or anything like that. You can go in there. You're gonna, first of all, you would take your ADA that you have on whatever wallet that you have it on, and you would take that. You would create a Yori wallet. That wallet is your wallet, and you would actually make sure that you write down your password and your keys. That's the way, if you get a new device or whatever, that you can pull that over. And from there, once you do that, you would go in and you would hit receive. And obviously it's going to populate you that address, and you would send your current ADA that you have in your, let's just say, your Exodus wallet to the Yori wallet. And once it's there, you're going to go down to the bottom right-hand corner, and you would select these, the word says, the tab that says delegate. And once you delegate, you could search in the search bar of the pool. You would actually punch in SES, or you could punch in Southeast Staking. Once that name pops up, you select that. It'll be highlighted in blue. You select that, and then you select delegate, and that's how it delegates to our staking pool. So, like I said, if you have any questions on that, and you have any need answers, drop us a message. We'll respond back to you as well on that. Like I said, if you're on Facebook, go to for groups, go to Southeast Staking, Cardano 88 Southeast Staking. Search for that group, join that group. We post in there daily. If you got any questions, you can actually message us in there, or send us an individual message. So, but check out our website also. It's www.southeaststaking.io. That's www.southeaststaking.io. And that's where we have our questions that you may have regarding what is staking, how does it work. So obviously we got a lot of people that are new to the staking portion of it, but basically you're letting your money go to work for you while it's in your possession. It's not in ours. It's still on your device. You're just delegating it to our pool, help the pool grow, which is actually going to help your rewards grow, and you're going to get more ADA in return for 4 to 6% yield a year. So this is the website that we're talking about right here, Southeast Staking. Obviously, you got the news, market cap information. We even got some stuff on here where if you're wanting to know what is staking, you can actually select that to get that out of the way. And it can give you a brief description of what is staking right there. So like I said, check us out, www.southeaststaking.io. That's southeaststaking.io. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and end this call and get out here. And man, I got some rainy weather here today, so I'm going to get out in the rain a little bit. I don't know about Willie. He's probably got sunshine and 70 coming up today or something.
Man, it's pretty nice out looking out today. But hey, that could change at any time.
Yeah, it could, man. But you know what? It's a great day to be in a space. Guys, for those out here, hodl. Don't panic. It's a correction. And what we like to say is, man, everything's on sale. Matter of fact, today's prices look like it's the after Valentine's Day Christmas or a candy owl that you can go in there and get some for 30-40% off, but it's not that steep. We're only looking at 10-15% on some coins. Take advantage of that. Take advantage of it and go from there, because we obviously know where the space is going. And we believe in the space. Obviously, if you're in this space, you believe in the space. So let's take advantage of that. and go from there. So with that being said, Country Boys and Crypto, we'll be out. We'll be on tomorrow evening, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Anything breaking news come out, we'll hop on a little bit early or something like that. So check us out. Remember to do what with it. You want them to like, smash, subscribe.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. And share this with your friends.
Hit the bell button and share. Have a great day.
All right, guys. Catch your Crypto